Hey guys, Boogie recently released a video claiming to have spoken with God, and as someone who has spoke with God multiple times and also speak to my spirit guides on an almost daily basis, I'm going to review it and also give some advice as how to move forward if you want to experience more of it. I'm hoping Boogie watches it. I'm going to skip forward to this part of the video where he actually talks about his own experience. But what happened before that, if you want to watch it, go watch it and then come back.
But when I got checked into my hotel and I got to my room, I was in a lot of pain. And I called my friend Grant, GKX Express. You'll see him as one of my mods on many of my social media. He and I started talking, and he recommended that I talk to God. So you know what? I hung up the phone, and I decided I would do exactly that. I would verbally open my mouth and speak with God just to see what happens. And surprisingly, the dude answered. To this empty hotel room, I said, "Okay, God, let's talk." And I heard a voice. It was in my head, not inside the room, and it was my inside voice, the one that I always think in, but it was clearly not my voice controlling it. That was clearly not me. I'm pretty certain it was God. I said,
Yes, this is exactly how I speak with spirits, whether it's God or somebody else. It's always in my own voice, except in some very specific times. Sometimes it's a different voice, but oftentimes it's mine. They only ever spoke physically in my ear twice in my entire life, and that's after speaking with spirits on an almost daily basis. So it's rare, but it happens.
"God, I know you want me to believe, but you know I don't, right?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "So are you willing to show me? Are you willing to give me any sign, proof?" Just emptiness, no answer. I said, "Okay, how about this? If I can make it to my sister's house tomorrow and go visit her the way I had planned, because she's expecting me, and I'm able to get into a hotel there in Bristol, and that's where I end up staying. If you can help me do that when they told me I wouldn't be able to, I'll believe. Can you do that for me?" No answer. But sure enough, the next day I get up, I'm able to load my car, I'm able to drive the rest of the way to Bristol. I get up into my sister's apartment, I sat with her for a few hours, and I literally need her help to get back down the stairs. But I get to my hotel, and I'm like, wow, let's talk again, God. So I said, "God, you know."
Yes, this is also consistent. Sometimes I'll ask for something, not get a reply, but then later find out evidence of it. Doesn't happen all the time, but actions speak better than words. So sometimes you'll get actions rather than words. And in other times, it's just a communication cutting off, which is a little bit annoying sometimes, but that's life.
"Oh, I still don't believe, right? This could have been coincidence, but I want to." And the answer was again, yes. And I said, "How about this? Tomorrow, get me to Gatlinburg where I'm supposed to be. Get me checked in a hotel room. Let me recover there. I'll take these muscle relaxers they gave me when I get to the hotel. And if I can do that, I can believe." Well, not only did I get to Gatlinburg, I ended up doing 2 museums that night with my friend Jacob the carpetbagger. When they were telling me I wouldn't be able to walk, when I wouldn't be able to move, I was able to get up and walk and move, and it hurt. It was really hard. God didn't make it easy, but I was able to do it, and I'm telling you, I genuinely believe my doctors 90% of the time. If they told me I wasn't going to be able to move, then that's a sort of miracle. I got into my hotel, I laid down, and I hurt so bad that I had difficulty for the next 24 hours getting up to go to the toilet. I was in absolute miserable pain. The muscle relaxers took off the edge, but they didn't make a huge difference. But I sat down on the edge of the bed and I started to pray, and I said, "All right, God, you got me. I believe. Now what?" I decided to ask God some questions. And the first thing I asked was, what is all of this? And I didn't get a verbal answer, but I did get a sort of vision, an understanding. And the understanding I got, and this is so difficult to explain, but to this, it's a simulation to God. or maybe like a game of The Sims. Don't think like what Elon Musk is describing, like we exist inside a computer. It's not that. But whatever God would consider to be like a computer or a game or whatever, he created this, he's running it, and he's doing it for his amusement. He likes to do this. This is his toy, his thing. It's fun for him. And that's not a bad answer, honestly. So I said, what's the point of this?
Yes, this is true. This is a simulation, not a computer simulation, just a real simulation.
This for me? Why am I here? What am I supposed to do? And I got 2 words back, and the words were to suffer. And with that came an understanding that I still struggle with to this day. But you know, certain people have really easy lives. They're not that bad. They're born into privilege. They're born into money. They're born into happy families. Those people have boring lives because they're not being challenged. But those of us who are challenged at younger ages, and we rise to the challenge, we will continue to be challenged over and over and over again, because that's the point. It makes us stronger, it makes us better, it makes us more awesome, and we are the lucky ones. Those of us who suffer, those of us who struggle, we are the lucky ones because we are strengthening our souls, we're strengthening our spirits, we are becoming tools of God, weapons of God. And that's another story for another time that I don't know that I've told on YouTube, but I'd like to. But that was the answer I got. And
I like to compare this to video games, because when you play video games, which game is the most interesting? It's often the one that challenges you the most. Why is Dark Souls or Elden Ring so popular? Because it's challenging. Also, a very good example is Minecraft. There's a survival and a creative mode, which reflects the 2 worlds that you can be in. There's a physical world and the spirit world. In the physical world, it's more like survival mode, whereas the creative mode is like the spirit world. It's a world where you get everything you want, whenever you want. You can just teleport places. It's creative mode of real life. It's not challenging at all. And that's why we come here. We come here for the challenge.
At the time, I was real mad. I mean, like Book of Job mad. So I said, God, why make us stronger? And he said, for after. I said, for after what? What happens after? No answer. Apparently, that's not something I'm supposed to know. So
what happens after is up to you. Do you want to be a human again? What lessons do you want to learn? Or do you want to be a pet for somebody else? Or do you want to be an alien on a different planet? It's up to you. You can also be a spirit guide and just look after people without having his physical body and guide people through life.
Ask God a question that I've always wanted to know the answer to. What am I supposed to be doing here? Like, what was my point? Why did you make me? What am I supposed to accomplish? And he said, Steve, you already did it. Just relax. Just enjoy the rest of it. I don't know what I was supposed to do. Hopefully it was important. Hopefully he liked it. Hopefully I didn't screw it up. But I've been trying to relax and enjoy it ever since, you know. I said, God, certainly there's more I can do, right? Like, what more can I do? And he said, lose the weight. And I said, well, that doesn't seem like that matters too much. And he says, you'll help a lot of people if you do. And that's one of the reasons I've been getting back into the gym. As much as I don't like being in pain, I do hope I can lose the weight. I hope it'll make him happy. I hope it'll make you guys happy. And maybe it'll make me less miserable. And that's plenty for me.
You inspire people with your videos by losing weight on camera. You inspire people to do the same thing because you show the process and show people that, hey, it's not all over. You're not going to be fat all your life. So Boogie, keep doing what you love doing. Share the love. Make more videos like these because this is very informative.
And that's it. That's the one and only time I've been able to talk to God. I've tried over and over again. I don't know if it's the near-death experience, the point in my life. I don't know if I imagined it all. I don't know if that was the devil trying to trick me or whatever. But I will say it brought me in a tremendous amount of comfort, and I'm hoping that sharing this story with you can help you experience that same comfort. And regardless of what religion you are, that philosophy.
If you want more of this, I recommend trying to speak to your spirit guides. Tell them about your day, ask some questions, say what you'd like something to happen, and eventually they will speak back to you, just like a normal friend would speak back to you. They won't be performing miracles all the time. Sometimes it's just small things. For example, in the beginning, I was comparing them to Navi from Ocarina of Time. So for the next 4 months, they would start a conversation by saying, "Hey, listen." And that cracked me up every single time. And at some point, it started to get not as fun anymore, but they stopped just before it started to get annoying. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my review of Boogie's experience with God. And as always, don't forget to be yourself, because this is myself 06 signing out. Bye bye.